What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just gonna jump right into it because I want this video to be like kind of short and sweet. I mean, I've been wanting to cut some people off, but it's just like, when is the God approved time to, for those of you who are spiritual people, when is it time to, you know what, I've had enough, I'm cutting people off, I'm cutting them off, I'm cutting them off, like, it's over for you. It's actually funny because one of Jesus' disciples actually asked him that exact question, okay? So I'm about to give y'all an answer today. It may not be the answer that you want, but it's the answer that I found according to the word. So it starts in Matthew 18, and this, I think Jesus was preaching, and Peter came up to Jesus, and I'm sure Peter was like, you know what, one of these people just keep coming and stab me in the back, doing whatever, stealing something from me, and I just keep forgiving them because I'm trying to be godly. And Peter was like, he already had a thought in his mind kind of about when when it's probably a good time. He probably read his Bible. He probably tried to find a great time, and he said a great number of times that you should let somebody mess you over before you go ahead and say, you know what, I really can't deal with you anymore, like I can't forgive you anymore because you keep trying to do this and that. In the Bible it talks about after 7 years debts. If you owe somebody money, you erase that person's debt. After 7 years, if someone's been a slave to you, this is in the Old Testament, if somebody has been a slave, then they'll be set free after 7 years. So Peter said to Jesus, he said, 7 times? Is 7 times enough times? And this is in the 21st verse of chapter 18. And he said, 7 times. Is 7 times enough for someone to just, keep stabbing me in the back and keep like... And then Jesus says this. He says, no. He says, not 7 times, but 77 times. And I read that and I was just like, oh man, like 77 times, like that is like, just, that's too much. Like, that's too much to just be forgiving somebody. Like, and I personally just like had to like try to think about how I was gonna make that happen, because I'm just like, I don't think I have it in me to forgive the same person that keeps doing me wrong 77 times, and it's like, I feel like 77 is like, and it's crazy because I was like, 77, like what? And because I had a parallel Bible when I was reading this, and I looked in the other versions. In some versions, it said 70 times 7. And I don't know how that like translates or what, but like I like typed in my calculator 70 times 7. Like, how much? That was like 500 times. I was like, what? Like, is it like, okay, maybe I need 70, so I'll go back to 77. Like, we can do that. Maybe, maybe I could just, put a little tally every time that person does me wrong, and after the 77th time, like, that's easier. But like 70 times 7, like what? Like, and I feel like that's just showing you like there is really no limit as to how many times somebody is supposed to do you wrong before you cut them off. Like, you shouldn't cut people. I'm not saying that if somebody keeps messing you over, like, just keep like, putting yourself in the situation to be messed over, but it's just like, don't be angry. Don't lash out at that person. Like, you have to forgive them in your heart. Don't lash out at that person. Don't do something to get revenge, because that's not forgiveness, Forgiveness is the intentional and voluntary process by which a victim undergoes a change of feelings and attitude regarding an offense. Let's go of negative emotions such as vengefulness with an increased ability to wish the offender well. Okay, so like, words that stood out for me was the fact that forgiveness is intentional. You have to be intentional about forgiving someone. And it's a process. Like, you can't just say I forgive somebody and then still be angry in your heart. It's a process. Like, you have to try to change these emotions. You have to try to wish that person well in the end. Like, and it might be someone that you really hate. Like, it be people, like some people that have really like stabbed me in the heart, and I honestly hate them. Like, I hate them so much. And you can't help the feelings that you feel, especially when somebody that you care about or somebody that you love has stabbed you in the back so many times. You can't help the fact that you feel like mad, and you can't help the fact that you're angry about the way that that person treats you, because you are a victim. Like, you are a victim. But it says you have to intentionally let the process of changing those feelings and attitudes. And the way that you can change those feelings and attitudes daily, and the way that helps me, is to talk to God and look at how God has forgiven you for the wrong things that you've done in your life. Like, none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. And God has really forgiven us for a lot of things. Because every single day, if you ask God for forgiveness, he sees you as clean. He sees you as a new person. And he doesn't only wish you well, but he does well to you. Like, he loves you. So, like, just that alone for me lets me know, like, I can forgive somebody else no matter how many times they do something wrong to me, because I feel like I mess up and all the time, and I sin against God all the time, every day sometimes. So it's just like the fact that when Jesus was up there on the cross and he said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do," and all that pain, the fact that he was able to say that, it shows like the love that he has, and even if you don't love that person no more, your love for God should be able to make you forgive them and be able to wish them well, really, in your heart. Like, feel like, okay, well, yeah, they did me wrong, whatever, but I do wish them well. I hope and pray for them. Which the best thing you can do for somebody is pray for them. Pray that whatever problem they're going through that makes them treat you bad, that God would help them and heal that whatever part of them, because that's probably a part that something that they're struggling with, that they can't stop doing people wrong. They can't stop doing whatever they're doing, because it's usually really not the person. It's just some mental problems they have. I don't know. It says hold on. It says a change of feeling and attitude regarding an offense lets go of negative emotions. That's anger. And then it says vengefulness, such as vengefulness. So you wanted to do that person harm. Like, you wanted to, my boyfriend cheated on me like so many times, I just want to stab him. People be going to jail. Don't go to jail just because. Well, how are you gonna feel if you get revenge? Like, how are you gonna feel after you? It's like you hate them so much that you wanna put hurt on them, and you wanna make them feel so bad. But in the end, like, afterwards, like, it's not gonna help nothing for you. Like, you're gonna end up in jail. You're gonna end up with a lot of problems. You're gonna end up just feeling bad, because it's like, why did I do that? Now I'm just on the same level as them. Like, I'm on the same level with them. They did something bad to me, so now I'm gonna do something bad to them. That puts you on the same level as that person. Like, don't stoop down to their level. Don't stoop down to their mental issues and their problems. Like, just keep peace with yourself and keep peace with others, and move on. Like, that makes you stronger when you just, I feel like some people see it as weakness, but really it's strength. When somebody treats you bad and you're able to just, peace be unto you. Pray for that person as much as they cross your mind. Every time you get a hateful thought towards them, pray for them. Every time you just pray to God, tell God, please take away this hate in my heart. I want to stab them so bad. Like, I just want to, act like I'm their friend, and then just take a knife and just I'm crazy, and that's why I need the Lord to help my soul.